Hey guys, so I'm back with the biodiversity videos from the readings. And so today we're going to talk about the human influences on ecosystems, and we should be able to cover up to page 173. And so we'll get in on this. So I've got all pages posted up here behind me just for ease, since yesterday didn't work so well. And so we'll start with the human influences, and first with deforestation. So deforestation in and of itself is just the mass cutting down of trees and exposing the land. And there's a couple of problems that happen because of this. And so the first thing is that it destroys the habitats. So we can see, even in our area, for those of you that aren't old enough to remember all of the orange groves that were around everywhere, but you've been able to see all the new subdivisions going in. What happens typically is that the species that were here previously and living in those areas are no longer able to survive. There's not enough carrying capacity. If you remember that about the unit here when we first started going to the e-learning, the carrying capacity of those ecosystems was at one point in time up here, but without the trees and without the shade and without the other vegetation, the carrying capacity will decrease. Therefore, the organisms that were there are no longer able to survive. So it destroys the habitat. The other thing is that the trees are plants, right? They have lots and lots of leaves. And what do the leaves do? They do the photosynthesis. So they take the carbon dioxide out of the atmosphere and release the oxygen for us to breathe. So when we decrease the amount of vegetation, we decrease the amount of carbon dioxide that's being able to taken out of the atmosphere, and the amount of oxygen that is released into the atmosphere. Rainforest deforestation is huge right now. A lot of the Amazon is being destroyed and the rainforest is being cut down for businesses and homes and things like that. And rainforest, and we didn't go into all of the ecosystems and the biomes. You do that in middle school, but rainforests have the largest biodiversity that there is, right? We've got little itty bitty microscopic organisms, we've got insects, we've got animals, we've got plants, we've got all kinds. So the biodiversity within a rainforest is massive. And so when we chop down the rainforest, we do huge damage, not only to the organisms, causing many of them to go extinct and not be found any longer, decrease the carbon dioxide or decrease the oxygen available in the atmosphere, decrease the soil. The roots aren't there to hold the soil in place, which goes on to the next page. So I'm going to get rid of this page 171 and we'll focus on 172. And so as it talks about at the top of page 172, let me see if I can move this down a little bit. So it talks about the rainforest being cut down and the soil under the trees is exposed to the rain. When that happens, that causes leaching of the nutrients. So the soil, all of the nutrients, they go down into the soil and get further and further into the depth of the soil. So at the top, the nutrients that are there are no longer available. So the soil isn't rich. The trees and the plants don't have a place for their roots because when the wind comes along, it blows the soil off, the topsoil off, and they don't have a way for the water to be absorbed. And so therefore, the available groundwater also decreases. It decreases, like I said, the amount of carbon dioxide. It increases the amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere and decreases the amount of oxygen that's available. And then the loss of the trees then gives us the loss of the wood. And we use the trees for so many things, not just, paper, but and wood for housing, but we use it for a lot of stuff. And so that causes a massive amount of decrease as well. Let's see. And so, that's 172. which is a ton, right? And so they go pretty fast. Most of this you should be pretty familiar with if you just haven't. I think most of the time what high schoolers forget is to figure out how to um, expand. I noticed I'm looking at some of the answers for your questions, and I need you guys to be able to expand on what's available, because I don't think that some of you guys are doing as good as you probably could. And so the picture on 14.06 is really, really good about how the human activities. So we decrease the soil and it gets washed away, right? And then we the animals that need the vegetation to survive don't, right? The cows don't have enough, the deer don't have enough, the bunny rabbits don't have enough, the mice don't have enough, anything that lives in there. So then we're increasing more damage to the organisms and decreasing the amount of biodiversity. And so one of the things that we really need to worry about is question, let me see if I can move this up a little bit there. And so 1408, the question says, explain how extensive deforestation can affect the amount of carbon dioxide in the air. And so I need you guys to understand that without decreasing the amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, it decreases the amount of available oxygen for all organisms. It increases the damage to the atmosphere, and that also increases, the air pollution and things like that. So I need to be a little more specific when you try to answer these questions. And then the next one is how the deforestation can cause soil erosion. And you guys have a really good background knowledge, so you should be able to answer those quite well. I'm going to stop here and then do another video on water pollution, and that way you don't get too big of a chunk all at once. Hope these are helping to keep your notes more organized.